easily the best halal food I've ever had in my entire life.
Thank you.
So
Wow.
Very happy.
I loved it.
You liked it. Thank
Oh
you
my
very much.
gosh, it was so good. I want to eat it again right now. And that lemonade,
I feel like it's more than just getting the good food that they serve.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, their customers, they talk to you, they make you feel welcome. That's
Yes.
what I love.
4.9 our reviews. And
4.9?
yes.
Wow. It's not good food if your hands don't need a napkin after.
Exactly. That's
You know?
what I said.
Yeah.
You gotta take a shower after you eat.
Great leaves and the chicken shawarma here, the best in the city. The best in the city. What's in the yogurt?
Milk and enzymes. Like,
So how do you bring that in here?
so the milk, your milk,
Yeah, you buy
but-
milk. Yeah.
and the batches that I make the yogurt from.
Yeah.
So this is for the next time because once it's
Bye-bye.
turned, bye-bye.
Nice to meet you too. I hope you like the rest of it. Yeah, 3 books, yeah.
The-
You're gonna make me a glass of it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving me a glass of yogurt. Nice.
It's we call it tahiran. It's really good for this weather.
I can't believe you're making all this stuff from scratch. It's like 40 degrees outside. It's boiling hot. Everyone's sizzling. Everyone's
And
in takeoff.
it's really hot
The
inside.
grape leaves and the chicken shawarma here, the best in the city. The best in the city. So
So yes,
he's giving me a taste of the yogurt that they make. Everything's homemade. What's in the tell me what's in the grape leaves again?
So the grape leaves, I have the rice. It's the grapes. So we use the rice, pomegranate, lemon, mint, parsley, onion, and there's Turkish coffee as well.
Turkish coffee.
And olive oil.
So, but I don't taste the Turkish coffee.
No, there's a taste like, but you don't add like tons. You just
How much?
add a
How much
little-
spoon? One
It depends on
teaspoon?
the size. It depends on the size. So you make it. Let's assume one kg of rice.
Yes.
1 kilo.
Yes.
So you add like, let's say, 1 table teaspoon of Turkish coffee,
Wow.
and that is with cardamom.
And your brother's name is?
Osama.
Osama. Osama handed me a plastic cup here with, it looks like milk here on top.
Ayran.
What is that?
So it's the yogurt. It's like liquefied yogurt.
Oh my gosh, wow.
So there's salty, soury with
this
a
is,
little bit of garlic.
this is what I need because it's good for his stomach.
And by the way, the yogurt inside of it's like it's anti-inflammatory. So basically, you're gonna have a relaxing day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The yogurt in our traditions, like it's gonna calm you down. It's gonna reduce the heat.
It's very salty.
Yeah, salty, soury. It's really good. Like we've been here for 4 or 5 years. Like
Yeah.
So
From Damascus.
from Damascus, we are from.
That's the capital of Syria.
From the middle of Damascus.
That's like 2 million people or something.
Yeah, but before it was like 4 or 5. But due to the war, as I told you, like half the people flee outside.
Yeah. So I'm standing here on Dundas Street in downtown Toronto. It is a scorching hot summer day. It's like the hottest day of the summer. Everyone's riding by on bicycles, wearing blouses and bike shirts. The police are driving by here. I'm right across from the big hospital. It was center point of COVID near a library, kind of at the bottom of Kensington Market. And I just drove by this like little, it's almost like train cars with like food trucks in them, but they're not food trucks. They're like permanent, but they're, you know, there's one that has just a mural on it with a phone number saying we moved. Another one's called Stuffed Grilled Cheese, STUFFD. Stuffed Grilled Cheese, it's closed. And then there's a few others that specialize in like crazy poutines and stuff. But right in the middle of a bunch of closed ones, there's one open, and it's just this Chef Harwash in like a neon cursive font. And then on the front of this maroon wooden kind of building in a side of a building and right downtown Toronto, there's like cigarette butts, pigeons, you know, it's just like skateboarders going by. It's a really hot right downtown, and it says Damascene cuisine, DAMASCENE cuisine, and I didn't know what Damascene was, so I asked them, and he said Damascene cuisine is cuisine from Damascus.
Yeah.
Yes. What's that?
Chicken.
Yeah.
The chicken is first.
Yeah.
Skinless and fresh.
Wow.
Every day.
Everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So why would you open a restaurant like this? How much does it cost to open a restaurant?
To be honest, because we are new.
Yeah. I
Still
see.
we are new.
Yes.
So that we need more money.
Yeah.
More capital. So that we start. And thanks God we have 4.9 our reviews.
Oh wow.
And, yeah.
On what, Google
On
reviews?
Google, yeah.
Google Maps. Yeah,
Okay.
525 now. And
4.9?
yes.
Wow.
Suresh Das came here. If you know, I don't know if you have.
Who's that?
From CBC. He's a food critic.
And he said?
a brilliant food. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I never expected that. Like it's amazing.
Well, what's in the chicken shawarma? Because I saw you making one just a second ago, and it was like you took like 10 minutes to make that thing.
Yeah.
You took your time with it.
I know.
So what's in it?
First I use a chicken breast to make it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm using the finest chicken breast. Like
Yeah.
it's the chicken tender actually.
Wow. Where do you get it from?
So basically, I'm getting the chicken is halal. It's from Surgeon Farms.
Wow.
So I use only halal.
Okay. Oh, halal. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what? Then what other? What else is in the shawarma?
So in the wrap, I add homemade garlic sauce, pickles, fries, pomegranate sauce, and that's it.
What's in your garlic sauce?
Garlic, oil, egg whites.
Egg whites.
Yeah.
Egg whites. Wow.
And lime.
And lime. And what kind of oil? Olive oil?
Not olive oil, no. Olive oil won't getting.
Yeah.
Not gonna make it thick, so you have to use the vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Like,
Vegetable oil. Well, this is interesting because you guys are standing. There's two of you. You're not small guys. You're both the same size as me. Maybe a bit bigger, right? Like, you know, we all like our...
Well, we know our way here. Like
No. Hey, never trust a skinny chef. You ever heard that before?
Of course.
Never trust a bald barber. Am I right? Listen, if you want to ask me about poutine, I got a lot of opinions on it, right? So listen, you're in a space, what do you think, 4 feet by 4 feet?
Yes, it's stunning.
Very small. There's a little laminated thing saying, try our Nutella sandwich. Well, my kids would like that. And beside Osama, there's 3 wooden shelves hammered into the wall. They told me they got 120 years of food experience from Damascus. And there's a little restaurant, a little framed black sign, pride of work, Chef Harwash, recommended on Restaurant Guru 2023, Harwash. And what's all that stuff on the shelves there? I can't even read all those bottles. There's like olive.
That is oil with olives.
Yeah.
Olive oil with olive.
Yeah.
To give the flavor, more flavor to the oil.
Oh, she's yeah.
Pepper and tahini and the tea.
Also, we make
Garlic,
our
spices.
pizza.
You make pizza?
Yes.
Yes, this is not.
This is our...
You have a pizza oven in here. How'd you fit that in here? There's red things full of plastic forks and spoons. I'm amazed by this place. There's power bars on the wall just full of plugs. They got like a rice maker. There's a crate full of real lemon juice. Wow, fresh mint leaves coming from the fridge, fresh parsley. But I just ordered 18 grape leaves, and it was like $1 each. So you have to also make money.
I make so. Our menu, this one I updated it before 2-3 months. So every couple of months I update the menu so the customer won't feel bored. Let's say I want to keep coming for more. And so I introduced recently the ice cream, the Arabic ice cream.
Oh,
you hammer it.
You make Arabic ice cream.
Yes, that you have to hammer it.
Well,
So to make it stretchy, and also the baba ganoush, the grape leaves. Yeah, I'm adding more stuff. You know what I mean?
I love your focus on craft. It brings a lot of trust to me because it's like everything's homemade. It's from scratch. You know, they're in a tiny little hole in the wall. What are you gonna order?
Can I get the beef kofta plate, please?
Beef kofta plate.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's one of my favorites.
What is it?
You will see it.
Like, what is it?
So it's brown beef with onion, and that's it, right? Onion.
And what do you
just
eat it with, like a
tomato
roti
slice
or something?
With pita bread.
Wow.
I eat it with rice at home, but pita sounds good too.
What is your Quran?
What do you recommend for somebody with upset tummy?
Don't eat until right now.
Yeah.
The yogurt that I gave you,
Yeah.
the ayara, is gonna make you feel
Sleepy.
calm.
Really?
No.
Well, if you drink too much.
You're gonna have the best sleep ever.
Really?
I swear to
How do
God.
you know?
Well, we have it too. It's
They are
based
Persians.
yogurt based.
Persians, we share some.
Why does
similar
this make
stuff.
you sleep?
Because it's
not,
yogurt.
not to sleep. It make you
Calm.
calm, but
Focused.
in balance, in the balance.
Well, what is it? What is in this drink you gave me?
So it's yogurt, water. It's like watery. So you have to reduce the thickness of the yogurt. Lime, salt, garlic, and that's it.
That's it. Lime, salt. Doesn't it curdle?
No,
Really?
no.
Why do people think that?
Because they don't try
Man,
it.
garlic is good for your as antibiotic for your body.
How many times a week do you make this?
Every day.
Every day you make this from scratch. How long does it take to make this?
Because now when I sold this, I have here and also I make in my home everything we
You
make.
work hard.
Like yogurt
You work
to make
hard.
it
Every
from
day
scratch,
you're working so hard.
It needed 24 hours. Yogurt needs 24 hours.
Ah. You must have some really loyal fans for how hard you're working. 2 guys going full out, you know?
I'm telling you something. Look, food, God made it so you make it, and you need time.
Yeah.
Fast means it's not good. That's
Yes,
it. Like
yeah.
there's something wrong with that story.
So Osama is 43,
And 35.
35. How do I spell your name?
Houssam. Houssam.
Houssam and Osama.
Our name, my name, it means lion.
Lion.
His name, Soros.
Sword. And do you just the 2 brothers or any other brothers?
We are 6 brothers.
6 brothers.
Yeah.
I got 4 boys.
That's God, yeah.
So give me some advice.
It's brutal.
Give me some advice.
You should to talking with them as
Friends.
a friend.
Yes, because you get to
As
that
my father and
eventually.
mother, yeah.
Yeah.
So that now me and all my brother every day we have a lot of talking.
Yeah.
We are talking for about everything in our life.
Really?
Yes,
You guys are very open. Do you have a
Yes.
group text?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And because at the kitchen table, what did your parents say? What did they ask you? How did they make this happen?
Everything every day. If we wanted to open, they sharing us our feelings, our ambitions in the future.
Wow.
Everything. If I have any knowledge, new information, directly I tell this to my brothers
yeah.
and this and all of my brothers. We sharing all the information.
Ask your parents, like you say, your feelings, your ambitions, and learn any new knowledge. Was that always at the dinner table, or where was that?
So basically at the dinner table,
Yeah.
at the house,
Yeah.
where we speak with them via
Who cooked?
I am the most.
You?
Yeah.
So of the 6 brothers, you're the cook the most?
Yeah.
But you're said it's 3 generations of cooks.
Yes.
3 generations. So tell me about the original
So the
one.
original it was,
What year are we talking about?
Like at the beginning of during the 1900.
Okay.
So my grandfather lived during the First World War.
Yeah.
So
So he was born in the 1800s, probably.
Before when the Ottoman occupation.
Before the Ottoman.
Yes, exactly.
So
Okay.
we call it the Harb. We call it in Arabic.
Safar Barlik. When the Arabic people they know this.
So who was running the country then? Was it a country? Was it still called
We're
Syria?
still under the occupation of the Ottoman Empire at that
Ottoman
time.
Empire.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who was in the Ottoman Empire?
Sultan Abdul Hamid.
No, but how many countries were that?
My
Like it's a
grandfather.
huge, like it was
Yeah.
huge. Like most of the Arab region,
Uh-huh.
some of Europe,
But how many years did the Ottoman Empire last?
400, 500 years.
Wow, and when did it collapse?
During the 1917.
1916. How did the Ottoman Empire collapse after 400 years?
Look, it's every civilization. You have a peak.
Yeah.
They reach
Yeah.
like the death time.
Yeah.
So
It's the 300, 400 years.
that's
America today,
Precisely.
you know.
So it's the time for a new,
Yes,
a
yes.
new era.
India
new,
was a big one for a long time. Not
Precisely,
anymore. Now it's
yeah.
coming back.
right,
You know, it's
same
kind
as
of
the Chinese.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though the countries don't really matter anymore because we have the internet, so it's almost
Precisely.
like it doesn't really matter about
Precisely.
countries, you know.
Precisely.
Yeah, yeah. You work around here?
I work everywhere. I'm a handyman. I go all around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What do you fix?
Sister?
Okay. I owe you money, I think.
You want a lemonade?
Lemonade, yeah.
You want also with the what?
If either of you are interested, I highly recommend this sour yogurt drink that they offer. It's good for like hydration and stuff.
What's your podcast called?
It's called 3 Books.
$3.
Are you a reader?
I am. Okay.
Do you have a formative
one,
book
I'm
you'd like to
very
just
confused
throw
on-
out for us? A book that shaped your life in any way? Just even the title?
The Bible.
The Bible. Nice.
Good for you, sister.
You too? What's your oh, you're Muslim, so the Quran? What is that, your formative book?
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
What's your formative book?
One that I remember changed my life is Chemist by Paulo
Oh,
Coelho.
The Alchemist?
The Alchemist.
The Alchemist.
Yeah.
Did you read it in which language?
Farsi.
Oh, in Farsi?
Yeah, Farsi.
And is that the same language you read in?
We read in Arabic.
Arabic. Farsi,
So,
Arabic. Which
which-
countries have which? I don't know.
So, Arabic, it's a spoken language. It's an ancient Semitic language.
It's probably the...
Nigeria.
400 million.
400 million speak Arabic.
Yeah.
Speak Arabic.
Wow.
More, but we are as an
Yeah.
Arab nation.
Yeah.
We are 400 million.
So, but a great-grandfather in 1916, you know, how is he selling food like this? Is he selling shawarma? Is it the same
So
food?
no, so the shawarma, as I told you, my grandfather, he's a butcher.
Yeah.
So basically, we know a lot.
What kind of animals?
Like we lamb.
Yeah.
like in the desert.
Yeah.
You know the Bedouins?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the Bedouins are
people.
known.
Yes.
We have some people that work
Yes.
for us there. So those the Bedouin, we have to get the best lamb.
Elementary school's walking by behind us. It's like a group of kindergarten kids, backpacks. The Bedouins would raise the lamb, and then your great-grandfather would butcher it,
Precisely.
and then he would sell it, like in a grocery store or a market,
Or
a
as
bazaar.
more specialized
Yeah.
for lamb.
And this,
Wow.
This is what we call
Kefta
it.
plate.
Kefta plate.
Wow. Is that meat cooked?
No.
yeah.
Oh, it's all
Still
raw,
fresh.
and you cook it fresh in a pizza oven. Wow, that's amazing. You buy halal fresh lamb.
Yes,
Is it
and
lamb
we-
or
and
beef?
yes,
Yeah.
No beef. And
Yeah.
we ground it with ourselves.
How come you don't do lamb then?
Because the lamb here, it's not good.
Ah.
It's chewy as hell. I'm
It's
sorry,
chewy. Yeah. You're right. That's why I don't like lamb.
But why? Because the breed,
Yeah.
your breed here,
Yeah.
it's not good for consumption.
So what's the name of the breed in Syrian
so
lamb?
The breed that we have, I think
Yeah.
it's one of the best
Yes.
in the world. Like it's called Awas.
And we,
That's lamb. The gentleman from Tehran is still waiting for his beef platter, beef kebab,
beef kofta plate.
beef kofta plate. Yes. What else have you had here?
I had chicken shawarma, beef kebab, sucuk, shish tavuk, falafel.
What's sucuk?
Sucuk is the ground beef sandwich.
Yeah.
I had it with the sandwich.
Yeah.
And garlic sauce,
Sucuk
pickles.
Soujek.
Sucuk,
Sucuk.
it's an Armenian original. It's referred to the
Yeah.
way how you make it. The saj, it's a sheet metal.
Uh-huh.
It's a hot sheet plate.
Wow.
So this is the saj.
And now today you don't have lamb because the lamb in Canada isn't good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
But is the beef here as good or better?
And,
Worse.
See, to be honest, here also we have the quality thing.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
this shop, to be honest, like 7 stars quality.
7 stars.
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you why. Look,
Yeah.
I know which area from the animal I have to pay.
Yes.
It's good or not.
Yes.
So that's why I can control it. But the lamb here, even if you're getting it from the best lamb ever, it's not good.
You can't. How about could you raise your own lambs here?
Here,
Yeah.
it's the breed itself which is not
But
good.
can you bring your breed
And
here?
there is no enough sun here.
Not
the
enough
animal,
sun.
look, the best areas of any animal to have your food from, let's say in Syria, if you want to eat a food that you want to grill it. So the best one's going to be the ones that are under the sun all the time. So that's why here, the back, it's good for charcoal.
Wow. These guys are working so hard. You know, when you take 15 minutes to make a sandwich. I was at Quiznos 2003. The bread was in the freezer. We'd slice it the night before usually, so it thawed for the next morning. The food kind of came from Quiznos, these pre-made sauces. You didn't really know what's in them. If you read the ingredients, they had, 40, 50 ingredients, a lot of chemicals, obviously. And that was Quiznos. That was like the high-end sandwich shop. Subway, they had all their meat and cheese come pre-sliced, and we always used to brag, we don't pre-slice our meat and cheese. We slice it in the store, and we actually moved that to the front to kind of brag about that as a quality differentiator. But even still, we'd spend 1 or 2 minutes on a sandwich. But to take 15 minutes to make a sandwich when you're in a tiny 4-foot food stall and you're selling it, the chicken shawarma is $11.49. It says on the menu, our fresh, juicy chicken breast is marinated in a secret blend of fruits and spices. What do you marinate your chicken in?
Basically use oranges and lemon.
That's it.
And there's other stuff, of course,
And other stuff. Yeah.
which I'm not going to
That's the secret. Yeah. That's good.
Oh, now,
Yes.
this day is the happiest day in my life because I meet you.
No.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate your
Curiosity. I'm just
yes.
curious, because
Exactly.
you're so interested.
So this
Yeah.
is the most important things in Toronto.
What is?
All the most of
Community.
the people, the community.
Talking to people.
Talking, yes, and they are
I
welcoming.
agree.
So that we should support the community
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love our work. We love Toronto, and let's go with this summer in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, to be more happy.
Yes.
Yes.
How do we be more happy?
More
Osama,
happy.
tell us.
We will make more food, more food to
Yes.
make more people
Yes.
more happy in it.
Now, I got to ask you guys a question, though, because I haven't even told you this yet. Well, my podcast is about books.
tell you something.
Did you-
So one of the
it could be
books-
any
I'm a
language.
reader. So look, there's a book called مقدمة ابن خلدون. It's the introduction of Ibn Khaldun. It's a huge book, but it's wonderful. This right.
How old were you when you read this book?
So this one I read it like before 10 years.
How do I spell it?
Ibn, it's Muqaddimah.
How do I spell it?
M-U-K-A, it's in Arabic.
Yeah.
D-D-A-M-A-T. Muqaddimat Ibn B-I-N-P-H-A-L-D-O-O-N. So Ibn Khaldun, he's one philosopher, scientist. He's brilliant. Like during the golden age of Islam. So he wrote this one. And by the way, this book still been studied in scholars in Europe and in UK.
So what year was this book written?
I think it's before 1,000 years. Maybe.
1,000 years.
Yeah. So in this book, he argued about how this started and why there's difference between behavior of the people who are sharing the same language. So in Middle East, let's say, why it's called Middle East. So one of his approach, he mentioned that maybe it's the type of water that people consume or eat, or during the experiences, the wars that happened in that era. So he tried to explain all that stuff, and it tend to be accurate, some way accurate.
It's kind of a history of Middle Eastern culture.
Precisely.
But written 1,000 years ago.
And also he has another book called Al-Haywan, the animal.
I read a lot of books, and also but for me, I prefer when I see people arguments and discussing on the YouTube about the philosophy, because I thought and I think people, they need to read more about the philosophy to solve all the problem in the life.
I want you to tell me again, before you got this book at age 14, how did this book...
It's before 14 years.
14 years.
10 years from here, man.
Oh, so
I'm 34.
You're 34, so you were 21.
Like 25 maybe. Because it's not.
You were living in Damascus?
No. So I read it during in Saudi Arabia, when I was in Saudi Arabia.
What were you doing in Saudi Arabia?
I left Syria in 2012.
Yeah.
I left in Saudi Arabia until 2018, and I came 2018 to Canada.
What did you do in Saudi Arabia?
I used to work in oil field.
Oil field.
Yes.
And so who gave you this book?
So internet. So I bought it. Yes. So
Amazon.com.
I did not buy. No, I did not buy it from Amazon. So basically, you look at internet. I read it like PDF.
Oh, a PDF.
Yeah.
And I want you to say the name one more time so we can grab it for you.
So it's Muqaddimat Ibn Khaldun. Muqaddimah. It's the introduction. The exact precise translation of Muqaddimah is the introduction of Ibn Khaldun. So Ibn Khaldun, this author, was intended to make like several chapters of this book. One explains several stuff, but at the end he combined all of that in one huge big book, which is called the Muqaddimah.
And so how big is this book? Is it thick?
Like it's 1,000 plus.
But you read the whole book cover to cover. 1,000 pages.
Why not?
Wow, and it's all philosophical text.
It's philosophy. It's beautiful. Just try it.
So
there's an English for
so
that.
what language did you read it in?
Arabic.
Arabic. Is that the original language?
Yes.
So Ibn Khaldun, he is not strange from the Europe, the Europe civilization, because they depend on him on this book. Maybe he's
they told some stuff from his writings.
From his writing in Europe, in Europe, in society. Yeah, in the society.
He's a brilliant.
Like what ideas?
He is the brilliant in dividing the society and explaining the levels of each society and how to manage it. So basically, in the Muqaddimah Ibn Khaldun, he explained the levels of each society, and the approaches of economics and how economic influence the society itself in managing the society itself.
And the world has become so algorithmic and AI based, and so when I see a human, two brothers in a food stall, sense of community, it makes me so happy.
Thank you very much, sir.
It makes me so happy.
I am so glad to meet you today.
Yeah.
And look, the world is a small place, brother. So look how the chances, what is the odds that you today to pass by and you say hi and we started this conversation, like, and why you came in this area, you know what I mean? Like, those
you know what it was? It was the sign, Damascene.
The Damascene.
I never knew what Damascene was. Damascene. But Osama, what is your most formative book? What book most changed your life?
See, a lot of books, to be honest. Now, one of them, one for Ibn Arabi, Al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah.
So tell me the title of the book and the author of the book. Al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah, he talking about the philosophy or Islamic philosophy.
Yeah, I'm reading this in Muhaddin bin Arabi. He's the most, he's tasawwuf.
Tasawwuf, let me
Sufi-
translate, like Sufism.
Sufism.
So,
Sufism.
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 Yes.
Sufism,
So-
like a Sufi poet, Rumi.
Yes,
Rumi
a
is-
Rumi, yes, a Rumi.
Jalaluddin Rumi.
Jalaluddin Rumi.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
It's a Rumi. It's a
Yes.
Rumi.
So we
Ah.
know his teacher.
No.
His
We know the
teacher-
teacher of Jalal.
Our home, exactly at the tomb
No.
of Ibn Arabi. This is our
So,
home.
No.
Yes.
So you're from where he's from.
Yes.
What's the name of the city?
The Muhaddin, the area, it's in Damascus.
Yeah.
There's a neighborhood called there Sheikh
Muhaddin
Muhyiddin
bin Arabi.
yes,
Sheikh
yes,
Muhyiddin.
yes, yes.
Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, he is the father of the Sufism.
Wow. Yeah.
So
yeah.
that
yeah.
we are from this area.
So
exactly.
you have
My area named that like.
So you
because of
grew
this.
up amongst a lot of Sufi
on
people.
this. Yes.
It is this
What
area.
what percent of are you Sufi?
No, I'm Sunni.
Sunni.
Yes.
And Sufism, what percent of people when you grew up are Sufi?
Most of them in our area.
90%.
Maybe, yeah.
What is Sufi?
Sufi,
Yeah.
it means he full love in our God. This is the meaning of Sufi. He is full love in God.
Full love
with our God.
For the God of God.
With
so
our
how
God.
do they live? The Sufis live. What's the Sufi way of life?
But he live in some the most important things in the Sufi, the simple life and peace life.
Yes.
And yes, and all the time he do his best for support the people in a peace way.
So Osama, the Rumi poems that you think are formative, it comes in a book, but what's the name of this book? Because it's different than the book I'm familiar with. Or is it a book, or is it just the poems, or which poem specifically?
It's not Rumi book.
Oh,
So
okay.
what he's referring to that
Yeah.
when you brought up the
Al-Futuhat
Rumi,
al-Makkiyah.
he
Al-Futuhat
meant
al-Makkiyah.
Al-Futuhat, it's the conquest, the Islamic conquest during that era.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's just explaining what happened at that time.
Yes.
So it's a change. And that's
Yes.
why he's mentioning.
Yes, 'cause-
So Al-Futuhat, A-L in Arabic, A-L-F-T-A-H O-O-H-A-T.
And what's the author's name?
What is the author? What is
Muhaddin bin Arabi.
Muhyiddin ibn Arabi?
Muhaddin bin Arabi al-Andalusi.
So he's
From
he's-
Spain, from Andalus.
And what's the
in
connection
Spain.
of this book to Rumi? How did Rumi come up? Is this
Because
this Sufi? Yeah.
Rumi, he's a student of those. All of them
okay.
from
He
the
got his
same,
thoughts
from
Yeah.
the
from
same,
Muhyiddin ibn Arabi.
Yes.
from the same
Yes.
school.
They came from the same school.
The same
How
school.
old were you when you read the book, Osama?
Maybe 20 years.
Where were you?
When I am in Syria.
In Syria? In Damascus?
Yes.
In the Rumi country?
Not in Rumi country. In the Sheikh Muhaddin bin Arabi tomb. Exactly, we are here living.
This dude that we are
The
telling
same.
you, Muhyiddin bin Arabi,
Yeah.
his tomb is
His tomb.
there. It's like we live there.
Oh.
Man, my pillow when I'm sleeping 140 years
140 years.
for
Oh,
my pillow.
The pillow itself.
My pillow when I am sleeping
It's
in my
ancient
own.
history. Seriously, like
Yeah.
our
So you
bathroom.
live in the house?
Yes.
You know, wait, you grew up in the house?
Yes.
Our bathroom, literally, like the
Yeah.
bathroom where you take your shower.
Yeah.
It's curved in the stone.
It's carved in stone.
I swear
How
to
old
God.
is the house?
Like it's super old.
No,
like,
but how old is their house that you
I
grew up
think-
in?
I don't know, to be
I
honest.
think
Very,
it's
very old.
Super
So what's your
old.
guess?
Like 800
And
maybe?
also-
800 years old, your house.
Also, when
And Rumi is what year?
A Rumi?
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know.
But Rumi is...
Exactly. Before
But he's
1000
from,
year.
but he's from the
1000
he's
years.
from
It's
the
his descendants.
His descendants of from the same school.
Ah.
But Muhyiddin bin Arabi, he's like almost like 1,000 year maybe.
So what did the book do for you? What did...
Make me more wisdom and accept more the people more and more and no difference between all the peoples. You know.
Yes.
All the time focus on the positive things,
Yes.
not in the negative things.
Yes.
So that small things don't focus only on the main purpose.
Yes.
And all the time make something good. The karma, it will come and reflect to you.
Wow.
So that don't waste your time
Yeah.
with the positive people
Yeah.
and support them.
With the negative people.
With the negative people and
Yeah.
support them
Support them.
and bearable.
What's that mean,
Become.
bearable?
Peer, تحمل.
That just
Humble,
be
humble.
Yes.
humble and bear.
Yeah.
Try to be
Yeah.
understand them more.
Yes.
For the negative people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
You don't. There's no need. To
Non-judgment. Non-judgment.
Precisely.
Non-judgment. Yeah.
This is
Try to
not
understand
our
others.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna walk over, throw this out, give them some space. I almost don't want it to end either, you know? These books are titles that I've never heard of. They're preaching ancient wisdom. You know, here I am talking always about Seneca and Epictetus, and, you know, it's nice to connect the dots with other 1,000-year-old wisdom.
I don't know if I have to tell you about the Black Swan.
The Black Swan! Nassim Taleb?
Yeah, I think it was bound for no reason,
That's one of my favorite books.
but I think he just keeps spinning around the same idea. Like the same Talib, it's
So what, did you read this in Arabic?
in Arabic, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Nassim Taleb, he understands Arabic, I think.
No, but it's what it was written. I think it's Persian. I think it's originally in Persian. I don't know.
Originally in Persian?
Originally he's Persian. Originally the guy.
No, I think he's Lebanese.
No, I don't know.
No?
To be
Isn't he
precise,
Lebanese?
No. But anyhow,
I don't know.
The book was
Look that up.
issued. The book was issued in English.
Yeah.
But there is translation because I read it when during my time in Saudi Arabia. There's people like there's not people. There's libraries who translate those stuff.
So why did you read the book? Why did you pick The Black Swan by Nassim Taleb? How'd you hear about this book?
However, because there's a lot of buzz
On a buzz.
that happened when the book was issued. So I read it.
What kind of buzz? TikTok?
No, during that time
Instagram?
there's no TikTok.
So how'd
TikTok is like recently TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So however, because you're in Facebook, Instagram, at that time, like it's before 7-8 years maybe
Yeah.
or less. So I read it. I thought it was a good pick, but after I finished it, like it's good book. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of repetitive stuff. Like it's trying to explain the same idea.
Yeah. Take lots of chances,
Yeah.
take lots of risks,
Yeah.
try new things,
Yeah,
go to parties.
yeah.
You know, you don't know how to predict luck.
And to be honest with you, when at that time when I read it, I
Thank you,
thought
Osama. Oh, I'm okay.
I thought it was
Hand me a napkin.
I thought it was like it's a story, but it's not a story approach. You know what I mean? But what triggered me to read it, the name actually,
The Black Swan.
Yeah.
Why? What does the name mean, The Black Swan?
the difference.
The difference, like the black sheep, it
Yeah.
sounds like, or something. Yeah.
So try to connect it.
Yeah.
Or economic guy, because I told you
Yeah.
I have a master's in economics.
Oh, okay. So you saw it from an economics perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have an appreciation letter from the largest oil rig field
Wow.
from Saudi Arabia.
So when you came to Canada 4 years ago, you're an oil rig guy. You're a civil engineer.
Yes, I'm real estate development manager.
So when you got into the food business, was it because of necessity or because of desire?
Necessity.
When you come as a refugee, they don't give you.
No, but it was so hard, man. Like they don't recognize your degree or your experience. Although that I worked in Aramco,
This country
the largest
is
oil
very-
corporation.
and this country is very expensive.
Yeah. And did they give you money every month?
No,
They don't give you any money.
nothing.
Oh, I thought you were given money every month.
No,
Well, how are you supposed to?
but we came with
We're
money
working.
Oh, you have to have your own money,
and we walked here. Yes.
and you have to
We
work.
work.
But you
We
don't
opened-
give you any money.
If they giving me
Yes.
money, why to open this?
No $500 a month. No,
No.
that's
No,
nothing.
no, nothing.
Nothing
Really?
at all.
I thought they give
So
you money.
that we are working all the time, and also I don't like to get money from anyone.
Yeah.
I want to work.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is our life. If I get any money from anyone, and with no work,
Yeah.
I will not respect myself.
So we tried here to think outside of the box because
spit,
the
yeah.
gas here is not allowed.
You know, gas. You can't have gas. You can't have spit.
The spinner.
The spinner. Yeah.
And we noticed
Saving
Later
the
on-
power
Yeah.
for the
later on,
green
we
for the
noticed
green
this one
air.
is more juicier,
Yeah.
more fresher
Yes,
because
yes.
it's always in marination.
Yeah.
And more healthy.
And healthy too. Well,
Because
that's-
everything
I
now
know.
in
I know the
in
spit.
refrigerator.
Whenever I get it off the spit, I always think it's so fatty. And
Also now we wanna rich people or company تحتضننا ونعمل franchise. Tell me.
So right now we are looking for some mentorship
Yeah.
from others because we are trying to to grow our business.
Yeah.
So we are trying to grow it and we need some mentorship.
Yeah.
So people can guide us and to make
Yeah.
it as a franchise.
As a Canadian
Oh.
franchise.
Wow. Yeah.
That is we concentrated now
Yeah.
to make
like
to make-
Osmos.
Not Osmos.
Not
Osmos is more commercially oriented.
That's fast food.
Here
Yes.
we are trying to help and
Healthy.
support other people as well.
Yeah.
Let's assume if there's someone that new here want to open a business.
Yes.
I'm gonna guide them from A to Z.
Wow. You know, I'm 43 years old. When I was 23 years old, I had a sandwich franchise in Toronto area 20 years ago. I was a franchisee.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the shop
for
name?
Quiznos.
Quiznos.
Quiznos, yeah.
Sister,
She's ready.
lemonade, huh?
I see. I like how you said sister. You say to any woman sister, any man brother. What if you don't know if it's a boy or girl? What do you say?
Boss.
Yeah.
Oh, boss. You say, hey, boss.
If I called someone, like, let's say you're a brother, and
Yeah.
it turned out like his sister, I have apologies, and the
Oh,
other
yeah.
is gonna understand it.
Yes, yeah, that's it. You know what? That's the thing
know
about
what
the
I mean?
gendering conversation that's totally missing. Of course, everybody misgenders people all the time. It's just human nature. But then you just apologize.
Habibti.
How are you?
I'm beautiful. How are you doing?
Missy, where have you been?
She's here now. It's all that
Wait,
matters.
give me 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. Habibi, I need to make you a meal before I leave.
Okay.
Please, let me do something here.
I love your pink slippers.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
They match my personality.
Yes.
Okay, bye, Habibti.
Bye.
Un beso.
She's one of the
Our customers.
Customer, she's wearing pink slippers. Walking by in pink, bright pink slippers,
Yeah.
pink shorts. What's the crazy sunglasses? And so she didn't order anything, but maybe next time.
She's got like, I've known her from like 3 years. Like she's one of the original customers.
Really? That's something.
Loyal customer.
Loyal. You make the iced tea.
Yes.
Really? You make the iced tea?
Yeah.
How do you make the iced tea?
From the tea.
Yeah.
So
Tea
just tea,
and lemon.
That's it, and lemon. That's it. No
And
sugar.
No, we add sugar.
White sugar.
Only our chicken.
How much sugar in a container?
We
Look,
will
I
test it.
serve it to the way that I like it.
So is
I
it-
don't like stuff super sweet.
Yeah.
Like it's sweet, but
Yeah.
not that it's gonna
The
crack your
first tip
throat.
of sweet.
So like 1 or 2 cups of sugar
Yeah.
in a whole. Yeah, it's like making lemonade at home.
Yeah.
You make the lemonade too? No way. Slice the lemons?
Yeah. Sliced lemon
And with cardamom.
with cardamom
Cardamom.
and mints.
Cardamom, mint, and sugar. Lemon, cardamom, mint, and sugar. Really? Cardamom and mint in the lemonade.
And cardamom very healthy for your health.
I'm trying to stay healthy.
I'm overhearing this and I'm gonna get one of these drinks.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna get? The lemonade or the iced tea? They're both homemade.
Cardamom I love, so
Yeah,
lemon-
that's the lemonade.
lemon's perfect.
And I got some grape leaves for my wife, hummus to take home, and they also got a great chicken shawarma. He takes 10 minutes to make it, 15 minutes to make it, so from scratch.
Nice.
Yeah.
From scratch, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know how you can do it in 4 feet of space. I mean, literally your butts are touching each other right now.
But it's good. Thank God he's my brother.
It's like he's poured out the lemonade from a big Rubbermaid mixer mate, 1.38 liters. It's just full of lemons. There's got to be like 20 sliced half lemons in there, and there's cardamom, and there's mint, and there's sugar. That's it.
That's it.
That's a good recipe. They also have a great drink here that's like a yogurt and lime.
Yes, sir.
You work right here?
I work downtown, yep, down on Queens Quay and Bay.
And the name of the podcast is called 3 Books. We ask people for one book that changed their life. If you have a book that changed your life, we'd love to hear the title.
Oh, changed my life. I'm not sure if books changed my life. But
Formative.
The World is Flat is a really cool business book to think of.
Jeffrey Toobin, is it?
Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah.
And I get the-
Toobin, I'm saying
Yeah.
yes, and it's
The world is
Jeffrey
flat. Jeffrey something.
Moore.
What's the takeaway? The world is flat. One people.
We can work as one around the world, and there's some really amazing countries out there that do good work that we need to work with.
Yeah.
I visited them, so great people and smart people.
Where?
And the other thing is interesting about that book is the
You visited where? Sorry.
India,
Oh, wow.
Cambodia.
Okay.
The sheer population, what that results with, the sheer number of engineers,
Yeah.
for example, in India,
Yeah.
is more than the population of Canada.
Yeah.
So you got to think
About
about
perspective.
that. Yeah, when you call on these places, the level of education, the quality of people, it's awesome.
Yeah.
The Life of Pi is another great one. Everyone should
Life of
read.
Pi, Jan Martel.
You know that one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What did that change for you?
What was that? I don't know. You put yourself in that kid's shoes, I guess, and you just kind of lived it, and the creativity.
Crossing the ocean in a boat with just a tiger.
But how you take a really devastating situation and make it an adventure. This is amazing.
Oh, the lemonade?
Yeah.
You'll be back.
I know I will.
That's how you win them over.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm still eating these grape leaves. I'm not going to have any to take to Leslie. I've already eaten a whole container.
Be careful for the hummus when it will be outside.
Yeah.
It will be damaged because no artificial.
How long can I keep it outside? It's been outside already for an hour.
Yeah, maybe 2 hours. Not more.
Give it to him. He will put it in the fridge for you. When you leave, you can take it back.
Well, I've been very, very... I've been very selfish with your time. You've given me so much of your time. I so appreciate this.
You are
It's
so
a very...
I will give you 1 ice cream. How about ice cream?
No, I cannot
want
take
you to.
No, I can't take it anymore because you've given me already the drink.
No, man.
No, I'll get the ice cream next time. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
It'll
I'm
melt.
gonna hold you to that word.
It'll melt anyway.
I'm gonna hold you to that word.
I'll be back. I'll be
Okay.
back.
We are
Thank you
looking
very
forward
much.
to.
And we are more.
Do you guys live together?
We used to at the beginning when we arrived.
Yeah.
But right now, no, we have.
My dad lived with his brother in 1966 when he came from India. He lived with his brother first.
Yeah.
Now you live separate.
Yeah.
How many hours a week are you here?
So all week except Sunday, and we work from 12 till 12, 11, 12.
Oh,
and
12
on week-
hours a day.
and-
Plus you have to get here early to prepare the food.
Yeah.
Also, we prepare the food also.
and
So
on
how long, how many hours
and
a day is that?
And on weekends we stay till 3, 4 a.m.
3, 4 a.m.
In weekend, Saturday and
So how many hours? Wow.
Friday and Saturday.
3, 4
And
a.m.
we have, thank God, we have a lot of
Busy.
Yes.
Ah.
Sometimes you should to stay half hour, 1 hour.
So no kids.
I have 2 kids.
How old are your kids?
Sally, she's 5, 5.5, and Omar, he's like 3.5. So right now, my Sally, she's in the school.
So how do you spend the time with the kids if you're here all the time? How do you spend time with your kids?
At the morning when I wake at 6 a.m.
So you have the whole morning with them.
Yeah, so I still with them like for a couple of hours. I drive them to the school,
Yes.
get them there. Or
You make them breakfast.
Precisely.
You probably make a good
I would
breakfast.
tell you, they wake.
What do you
always
make?
come to me like
Yeah.
food.
I'm the same. I
I
make my
need
kids
food.
breakfast every day.
Like
What do you make them for breakfast?
Trying to be as healthy as possible.
Like what?
Like eggs, boiled egg, fried egg, let's say,
Yeah.
in olive oil.
Yeah.
Also the fruits.
Fresh
Also,
vegetables.
I make the yogurt with the fruits, like with the
homemade yogurt.
with the strawberry.
Yeah.
To make it same as the.
And you
the
fry your
cardamom.
eggs in olive oil.
Yeah.
Why olive oil, not butter?
Because I love olive oil.
Uh-huh. And they eat it with salt, pepper?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. And that
Comes
and,
under with the
that and the
pitas.
yogurt.
Yeah.
And pita.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. You gave me 3 books. Now, the first 2, I'm not going to remember the name. I know the third is The Black Swan by Nassim Taleb. Can you say the 3 books again? Just the 3 books and the authors for me.
مقدمة Ibn Khaldun. It's the introduction by Ibn Khaldun. The author is Ibn Khaldun. The other one that my brothers mentioned is called Al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah. Al-Makkiyah refers to Mecca, and Al-Futuhat is the conquest of that region. And there's also other book because of my studies. If you want to read, it's The Smart Investor, Warren Buffett.
Oh, Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
I was going to say that sounds like Benjamin Graham stuff.
It's Warren Buffett and Ben
Intelligent investor. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
intelligent investor.
Intelligent investor.
Yeah.
Warren
But
Buffett.
it was influenced. It's by Warren Buffett.
Benjamin Graham,
Yeah.
the Warren Buffett, intelligent investor.
It's-
okay.
it's-
You have a bookshelf at home?
I have like 600 kilo of books
Where?
still in my carton box. But I'll tell you why I know the weight.
Yeah.
Because I shipped them from Saudi Arabia to here, but when I arrived to Canada, I was shocked by the small, tiny spaces, apartments.
Yeah.
So they are still in my storage.
So 600 kilograms of books is how many books?
Like a lot.
Like how many?
I think there's
500, 600.
600 books.
And give me one tip for better cooking at home. A good recipe, a simple meal.
Like just make it simple. Don't overspice stuff.
Thank you so much for coming on 3 books.
We will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, brother.
Hey, everybody, it's just me, just Neil again, listening back with love to the wonderful Chef Houssam and Osama Harwash, who are churning out the classics from Syria here in downtown Toronto. What a joy and a treat to bump into them, feel their love, feel their energy. I just loved hanging out with them on the street, in the sun, with their hands, with a sense of community. I think that's what makes life turn around, and it's what I'm trying to create and do on 3 books with all of you, is put a lot of love and joy into a craft that makes people feel the love and connection that we all share. All the time focus on the positive things, said Osama, not the negative things. Then the karma, it will come, it will reflect to you. I love that. The world is a small place, brother. I'm glad you like it, brother. Thank you, sister. Be happy. You could hear that in the background a few times where they were just wishing their customers to be happy as they went along their day. I like the quote, I don't like to get money from anyone. I like to work with no work. I will not respect myself. How about this one? People need to read more about the philosophy to solve all the problems in the life. And finally, the most important thing in Toronto is community. We love Toronto. We should support our community to be more happy. We will make more food to make more people happy. Did you get as much energy and love from these two guys as I did? It was fun hanging out. I hope you could feel the road, the streetcars, the ambulances, and just sort of feel outside. I like to do podcast recordings outside where you can feel like Martellus Bennett in chapter 124. One of the first comments I got was like, I love how you can hear birds chirping the whole time. Me too. We all need to get outside more, and hopefully it's just a helpful prompt and provocation for me and for you and for all of us to just spend as much time outside as possible. Be one with the sun, with the trees, with the grass, with the earth. Touch down on the ground. Work the dirt with your hands, as Marty would say, and just connect the love of all our hearts together. Now, before we get into the 3 books that they gave us, and I did my homework, I pulled up the 3 books, I'm going to give you the exact spellings, pronunciations, and everything. I just wanted to confirm a few things, because I when you're talking live like that, it's not easy to kind of look everything up in real time. So, the Ottoman Empire, which we discussed, let me be clear, this is historically called the Turkish Empire. It's an empire that controlled much of Southeast Europe, Asia, and Northern Africa between the 14th and early 20th centuries. But, countries, I'm looking at maps of it online. It's hard to say countries, right? But, we're talking Turkey, Bulgaria, Serbia, Bosnia, French Tunisia, parts of Italy, parts of Yemen, Syria, of course, the Kingdom of Romania, parts of Serbia. So lots of countries. The Ottoman Empire, lots more to be read about that, but I just want to be clear about the years and the time. Syrian independence, I think Houssam said 1947, did he say? Well, the internet says 1946, so he was really close. The World is Flat, that book that was mentioned as a side. I'll put all this in the show notes too. I'm just telling you because there was errors in the conversation and I wanted to correct them. It was written by Thomas Friedman, okay, Friedman. He wrote The World is Flat. He was, or is, of course, a really prominent op-ed figure in the New York Times. And then Nassim Taleb is a Lebanese-American essayist, mathematical statistician, option trader, risk analyst, and aphorist. What's an aphorist? A concise, terse, laconic, or memorable expression of a person who... he makes aphorisms, I guess. He's born in Lebanon. I don't think the book was originally written in Lebanese. I think it was written in English. So we got that covered there. So I just wanted to kind of do some of that, correction of errors as we went. Now, the 3 books. Okay, this is important. We're at number 635 here. The very first book is called the Muqaddimah. So it's Muqaddimah, also known as the Muqaddimah of Ibn Khaldun, or Ibn Khaldun's Proglema, a book written by Arab historian Ibn Khaldun in 1377, which presents a view of universal history. Some modern thinkers view it as the very first work dealing with the social sciences of sociology, demography, cultural history. It also deals with Islamic theology, historiography, and the philosophy of history, economics, political theory, and ecology. It has been described as a precursor and early representative of social Darwinism and Darwinism. Okay, this book was written in 1377. The Muqaddimah, Muqaddimah, and we're clocking it on the top 1,000 at number 635. Number 634 is, the English title is called The Meccan Revelations, but the Arabic title, which is the one Osama gave us, is Al-Futuhat Al-Makkiyah. That's AL-FUTUHAT space small al hyphen capital M AKKIYYA. Al-Futuhat Al-Makkiyah, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, the work of the philosopher and Sufi Ibn Arabi, written between 1203 and 1240. Ibn Arabi, Arabi, was an Arab Andalusian Muslim scholar, mystic, poet, and philosopher, extremely influential within Islamic thought. Okay, over 850 works are attributed to him. And, on Wikipedia, there's no picture, obviously, but there's this drawing of, like, this guy with long, flowing white mustache, long, flowing, curly white beard, and either his hair up in kind of a huge, gigantic bun above his head. Born on the 17th of Ramadan in 560, i.e. 1165 AD. Okay, so what's that book about? Because we talked about it at a high level, and Osama explained it to us, but I feel bad. I was poor at understanding it. I was trying to get around it. It's his magnum opus. He completed it in the year 629. It takes its title from the holy city of Mecca, where he traveled on a pilgrimage in 1202, in which he received a number of revelations of divine origin. He develops a theory of imagination in the imaginary world explained by Henry Corbin, and there's a psychological and religious description of the effects of Allah's love and both the subjective and objective sense of expression. A big, wide, brainy book that was written, 900 years ago by Ibn Arabi. And then finally, the third book on the list, number 633, The Black Swan, subtitled The Impact of the Highly Improbable, a 2007 book by Nassim Taleb, right, who is the Lebanese-American author of a 5-book series called Incerto, which also includes, you might have heard, other books including Fooled by Randomness, which came out in 2011, and Anti-Fragile, which came out in 2012. I have read The Black Swan. It is probably one of my most formative books. In the very last chapter of the show, I will not use this as one of my 3 now because we've mentioned it, but this book just completely blew my mind when I read it. It's big, it's meaty, it's dense, and it's written with a very light kind of frame. So I really recommend it. When I was living in Toronto after my divorce, I read it and it just lit me up. It was all about the fact that nobody really knows what's going to happen in life. Nobody really knows. There's a lot of randomness. And so one of the things you can do to experience black swan events or highly disproportionate events is to bet your chip on every color. Put your bet on every hand. Try new things. Try a podcast. Try an email list. Try putting yourself out there. Go to parties where you don't know anybody. Put yourself in situations where you're likely to come up. Well, you're not likely, but you're more likely to increase what Sahil Bloom calls your luck surface area and create positive experiences. Like I would suggest bumping into 2 Syrian chefs who came over as refugees to start to craft the world's best chicken shawarmas in downtown Toronto. I'm still energized by the conversation and connection. Thank you all of you so much for listening. Are you still here? Did you make it past the 3-second pause? If so, I want to welcome you back to the end of the podcast club. One of 3 clubs we have for 3 Books members, including the Cover to Cover Club and the Secret Club. How do you get in the Secret Club? You call our phone number, which is 1-833-READ-A-LOT, and let's kick it off like we always do by going to the phones now.
Hi, happy Friday. I was just with my mom and somehow it came up that we both were listening or have listened to your podcast with Susie Batiste and how much we both loved it. She listened to the full thing. I'm about halfway through and we were commenting first of all on the joy, the laugh attacks that you guys have. I've been driving around the city multiple times this week, dying of laughter along with you because it's just so infectious. And the other thing I'm really loving is the pace. What a friggin' treat to give, how do I even put this? I find so often when I'm listening to podcasts, somebody will say something really interesting and it's, whether for sake of time or because it's off subject, the interviewer would just quickly glaze past and be oh, interesting, next question. Whereas I can't even tell you what a gift it is as a listener to have you ask all the leading follow-up questions. It's just the most satisfying thing to listen to. Nothing is left unsaid or unearthed, and I couldn't be enjoying this podcast more. Let's just put it that way. So you've made my whole week. You've given me something just extremely joyful and interesting to listen to, and I can't wait to finish. Anyway, sending you lots of love. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Bye.
Thank you so much to the unnamed caller with the feedback on the Susie Batiste chapter. That's chapter 123. A very long, very deep conversation with Poo-Pourri founder and entrepreneur Susie Batiste. And there's a lot there. There's a lot of comments coming in on this. I got a text message from my friend Emily McDowell, former 3 Books guest, Emily McDowell, way back. And what chapter was it? It was chapter 17 that we hung out with Emily. She texted me and said she was on a boat in Bali, had a 2-hour ferry ride today and listened to almost all of it on the way. She said, thanks for being you. Other comments that have come in, Renee says, I thought I would just listen for a few minutes, but I got hooked and listened to the whole thing. You are quite amazing, Susie Batiste. You are so full of life, yet still so vulnerable, open, enlightened, and very smart. Maybe your daughter who's in film school can make a movie of your life. Keep sharing. And Anna Mishna said, deep, ... great, ... I'm speechless, ... namaste. So much feedback on chapter 123. If you haven't already listened, check it out. Only couple chapters ago in the history. So head out over and listen to that. I guess, we're going to use those comments. I'll just call those the letters. That was the voicemail and that was the letters today. So now we got to go back to the food stall for the word of the chapter to close us off. Let's head over there now.
We call it ayran. It's really good for this weather. The yogurt that I gave you, the ayran, is gonna make you feel
Sleepy.
calm. You're gonna have the best sleep ever.
In our sick in our country,
Yes.
we drink ayran.
So many incredible words were mentioned in the podcast. It was hard to know which one to focus. I was thinking about going with Bedouin, a nomadic Arab tribes who've historically inhabited the desert regions of the Arab Peninsula. Which he said was kind of related to their lineage at the fall of the Ottoman Empire. But I want to go with Iran. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ayran. I put a few clips of it in there for you. It's spelled Ayran, and specifically, it is a cold, savory, yogurt-based beverage popular across Western Asia, Central Asia, Southeastern Europe, North Asia, and Eastern Europe. Sounds a lot like where the Ottoman Empire was. The principal ingredients are yogurt, water, and salt. Herbs such as mint may be optionally added. Well, guess what? I started making this at home. First of all, that day that they made this for me, I did, as they predicted, have the best sleep. My stomach did feel better. I was like, what is this mystery drink? And so I started making it in my house. You basically... And I got this right from the chefs themselves. I was texting with them after to make sure I had it right. In your blender, you pour in some plain yogurt, some ice cubes, some water if you want to taste, and then you dump in as much salt as you can possibly imagine. Keep salting it till it's like, tasting like electrolytes, basically, like salt. Squeeze in half a lime and put in 1 garlic clove. Blend that together. Serve it over ice, and I'm telling you, your stomach problems go away. You sleep great. It's a delicious drink. I can see why it's so popular in this hot part of the world. If it's hot where you live, you got to start making some ayran. Some of this drink is delicious, although it prompted Leslie to make fun of me as I was like, kept wanting to go back for it for my stomach. She's like, Neil, Neil's the only guy who, when he has an upset stomach, wants to go to the Syrian food truck in order to fix things up. But I did, and I recommend it. It went great. I have been having a blast. It's chapter 125. We're hanging out together. I'm going to start another experiment on the new moons now, okay? So I'm going to try blurbs. We're going to go back into the archives of 3 Books. I'm going to try to pick out like little compressed conversations of people like, Seth Godin back in chapter 3. Let's see what happens with it. I think it's going to be a fun way to sort of provide an accent to the super often long chapters with another ad-free, sponsor-free, commercial-free, interruption-free little blurb that keeps things fresh here. So I'm going to try that. You're going to see some blurbs coming out on the feed over time. But until next time, remember that you are what you eat and you are what you read. Keep turning the page, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.